there. Look right here, quick.
So the players, so Dallas will have you step off, squeeze in, and we'll flip flop.
Here. Right here we go.
Good afternoon. Thank you, for coming out here. Obviously, we're so excited to welcome JJ and Dallas here today, new members of the family. As we've always tried to add here, just really talented players, positive, growth mindset oriented, players that are able to be great in the community, players that are able to uphold the tradition of this great organization. So we're excited to have them. They fit everything we've ever asked for. I'm sure they've had a few minutes to talk about the CFP and how that game went. But we're glad to have them from the championship pedigree that they come from, the talented players, and we're through the moon. We were able to get both of them yesterday. So with that, I'll welcome JJ.
Just want to say, it's an absolute blessing to be part of this great organization. So much thanks to the Will family, Coach O'Connell, Kwesi for, having faith in me to, be a part of this organization and help win games here. And I, just can't wait to get to know everyone in the building, get to know all of my teammates, and get in the playbook and get this thing rolling. Any questions?
JJ, you talked about on the call just about wanting to be with the Vikings. This is the place you want to be. What was it that was most attractive to you about wanting to be a Viking?
First, obviously, just the organization's outstanding. And then you add the players and the pieces that are around it and the coaches and just everything about, being in the Midwest is something that I always gravitate towards. And, it was just the perfect fit for me. And, I talked with a lot of the quarterbacks throughout this process, and it was the perfect fit for them, too. So, just extremely blessed to be here. Obviously, it's a, huge honor, and I hope to just, prove them right.
How will you kind of go about the competitive part of this that you're just going to start getting into now in terms of, when you get on the field or obviously they sign Sam Darnold here? What's your sort of mindset as you enter into that period of your career?
My mindset is just take one day at a time, really focus on just getting to know everyone's names, getting to know the playbook inside and out, and, focus on being the best version of myself every single day. And, I've been doing that leading up to this point, and it got me here, and I'm just going to continue to, strive to do that every single day.
JJ, what was that moment like when you heard your name called? You got the call from Kwesi and Kevin. I'm sure you had envisioned that. Was it better than what you had expected?
It was definitely better than what I expected. I woke up that morning and I felt like my stomach was in my throat. It was just one of those big days, for all of us that are going through this process that, it's once in a lifetime. You try to soak it all in. But, when that phone call came around, it was, something different, a feeling that I can't describe. And it was just, overwhelming emotions of joy, bliss, everything about the opportunity that's in front of me, just extremely grateful from, this organization all the way down to, all the way up to God and putting me in this position. So, just absolutely thrilled when I got that call, and now it's just let's get to work.
Any interesting texts from some of your teammates that are already on the team and welcoming you?
Yeah, I got a lot of texts, just Josh Metellus, I'd say this, former Michigan man, he told me, hey, this is Josh Metellus, number 44. It's like, come on, man, I know your number. I know who you are. Yeah, I'd say that's the most interesting one so far. Yeah.
What was the scouting report of Dallas for the game against Dallas?
Game record. game wrecker, somebody that could affect, the game at all times, somebody that we're going to have to make sure our mic point is directed towards his side. Chris Braswell, another great player, but, we knew 15 was somebody we were going to have to worry about. And, it's going to be amazing not being able to, get hit by him now, in practice. Might get a little dicey. I don't know how it is as a rookie, but, I'm just super blessed to have him on the team, not just because of the great player he is, but, the great person. I got to spend some time with his family on the plane and just, made it the right roots, and really just appreciative that Coach O'Connell, Kwesi, the Will family added him to the team because he's a great addition.
JJ, welcome to Minnesota. Sorry about my audio issues.
All good.
Wanted to ask you about, obviously you've done a lot of things like with kids in the community. You established your foundation, I know. Just how much do you know about the Vikings kind of off-field culture, and what kind of an impact does that make, or how much does that matter to you?
What I know so far, just a little booklet I was given, that they're very involved in the community, especially with the next generation. And that's something that, makes this organization so great and something that I really appreciate. So just being able to learn from the older guys and how they went throughout that process with the nonprofits and the foundations and stuff like that is going to be invaluable. And I can't wait to get rolling with it, because all I hear about is how great the people are in Minnesota, and I can't wait to, meet them individually and make those connections.
JJ, Kwesi said yesterday that your superpower is your emotional intelligence. What would you say your superpower is?
Kwesi's a smart man. I go with that. I go with that just because, I understand whenever you're part of a team, whenever you're trying to build something, you have to all do it for each other. It's not about me, it's about we. And being able to connect with my teammates on and off the field is something that I hold to utmost importance, and realize that, in order to go to battle with somebody, you got to trust that they got your six at all times. So it starts with developing those relationships and being able to connect with each person individually, because everyone has a different style of leadership and a different style of, communication, and just being able to figure that out, right away is going to be another thing that I'm really focusing on stepping in here. And I'd say it's that EQ for sure.
JJ, have you talked to anybody in the quarterback room yet? How excited are you to work with them?
I haven't talked to anybody yet, but I've only heard great things about the quarterback room. Obviously, from the top down, Coach McCown, he's just an amazing coach, amazing human being. Sam, Jaron, Nick, just can't wait to be a part of it, because all I hear is that they're just great dudes that love ball, want to compete every single day, and I want to be a part of that. So, it's going to be a lot of fun meeting times, a lot of fun practices, and, can't wait to spend a lot of time with them.
JJ, what do you think about the potential of playing with Justin Jefferson?
Surreal, honestly. Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison, Aaron Jones, the big boys, Christian Darrisaw, Brian O'Neill, I just met him earlier, Garrett Bradbury, all great pieces. There's so many more that I could sit up here and just list all of them, but, a lot of great pieces that make this organization what it is, and, Justin is just a key part of that, and, he already let me know I go by Jets, so we don't get any confusion there, but yeah, it'll be great to get that connection going with all the guys, and he's definitely a key piece to that.
JJ, a lot of the pre-draft comments about you said that you're a winner. What does that mean to you when you hear that?
It means everything, because, the way I view the game of football is, winning's the ultimate thing you strive for. And, I'm a believer every place I've been, it's the ability to attract winning. That's a byproduct of what you do on a day-to-day basis, and, how you water your roots to get those apples off that tree. And just being able to continue and evolve to, get to the success that we want to get to as an organization. It's going to be a fun ride, and I just can't wait to do it with a great group of people and, a great, top-down organization.
JJ, when you were in Michigan, were you ever aware that you're in the type of offense that might be harder for NFL teams to project that fit?
I guess from the standpoint of just, volume of reps, I could see that, especially being, 3 and done. But, this was a pro-style offense that I came from, that Coach Harbaugh ran in San Fran and had success with. So just being able to do the things that they expect me to do coming in here and have those reps has been huge and crucial. And, it was a process of a lot of, questionable, like, hey, why aren't we throwing it here? But that's just because, confident in my abilities and, want to sling it. But, just at the end of the day, do whatever the coaches ask of me and, go from there.
Did Justin reach out to you? Did you reach out to him, or how'd you guys have that little?
He reached out to me. He sent me a great text, and I'll add to that. He told me confidence is key in this league, and just being able to hear that from him, and just be able to get introduced to all the wise words that he's going to be giving me over the years. I'm just extremely excited and can't wait to get going.
JJ, at what age did it hit you that you could play at the highest level?
I would say it didn't really hit me until I got here. I've always just been striving to be a better version of myself every single day, and wherever that takes me, it takes me. Fifth grade is really when I started editing my life to get to this point today. Stop with the BS in school and really focus on my grades, focus on training, focus on all the right things, and it got me to this point. So I'm just going to continue to go down that path.
JJ, you talked a little bit about how this was such a good fit for you in terms of development. How do you, now that you're here, go about kind of leveraging, whether it's Josh McCown, Kevin O'Connell, veterans in the building, how do you leverage those resources to develop as a quarterback?
Well, they have to know that you care and that you want to get better. So just being in the building, first one here, last one to leave, just getting around them and exhausting those relationships and making sure that, I almost bug them too much about wanting to get better and wanting to learn from them, because, that's a lot of the regrets that, former players have told me, is that they wish they spent more time with their coaches and used those resources to their utmost advantage, and I plan on doing that.
JJ, Quasey talked about a call that you guys had during the whole process where you had asked him, like, is there a reason that you wouldn't draft me? Just curious, like, kind of your recollection of that conversation and how it went getting to know him. And you talked about confidence, just your comfort level in asking what maybe kind of a bold or direct question like that.
That's something like that. First off, that conversation was on the spring game, right when it started, and I wanted to be no place but talking with him. And, he's such a great guy, such a great human being, and being able to answer the questions he would ask, his executives, that's what he introduced it as, was, an honor to be able to be in that position. And, we just hit it off. Like, he was asking, like, what's a song that embodies who you are and all that good stuff. But the reason I asked that question is because I was genuinely curious, because I'm always trying to get better, and I want to hear from great minds and different perspectives on how to do that. And, Quasey and I developed a great relationship, and I felt comfortable, asking him that question.
JJ, with your background on the ice as well as in football, is it fun coming to the state of hockey? And at what point did you decide to concentrate on football instead of hockey?
It's amazing coming to the state of hockey. I've heard so many great things, got my butt kicked by a lot of Minnesota teams. So, I can't wait to get out there on the pond in the winter and do all that fun stuff, go to a Wild game. It stopped my freshman year of high school just because it was getting too much. I was first year AAA hockey at the time, so I was, practicing Monday through Thursday with football, and then right after that I would drive an hour to Skokie, Illinois, and have hockey practice twice a week. So it got a lot, and just with the travel and just overdoing overstraining my schedule, and had to make a choice. And I just listened to my heart, listened to my gut, and felt like I made the right decision.
You never got called over to Yost when they had hockey injuries last winter?
No, I did not. I wasn't that good, but I enjoyed it for sure.
All right, thanks, JJ. We'll bring it down.
Thank you, guys.